All right, this leads to the tech labs. Morden? I can hope, can't I? All right, a Model Alliance shuttle. Just go ahead and pick that up. We'll put that in my room, the only place it should be. This is also the meeting room, I guess.
The council won't help. Come on, Sarah. If Thestia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
That's it? All right, now we're back into the main room here.
The Alliance
Okay.
has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
You are not going to replace Kelly. I don't care what you say. Her awkward stripping is legendary.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Could have helped.
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark 4. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
Am I detecting a little bit of flirting here as well? Are all of my yeoman secretary people going to flirt with me? All right, yeah. Also, 6,000 credits is more than flowers and chocolates. All right, why'd you join?
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
Oh yeah, frontline infantry is the best.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
All right, so she does manage my intel.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Yeah, I think I've heard it referred to as a GUI before, but I usually hear it as GUI. Just throwing that out there. Graphical user interface. Anyway, tell me about your past. Any boyfriends?
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford.
Of course you did.
My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
Yeah, don't talk like that.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Looks like that is it.
Carry on, Specialist.
Let's head back then.
Commander.
I have to, like, go through this every time. I don't think that's how it was supposed to work, but all right. I made it. Let's go look at the thing here then. What was this, the war terminal? Let's look at the war terminal. All right, war assets. The people, weapons, armies, and fleets that you've accumulated are your war assets. The overall readiness of the galaxy determines how effectively these assets will perform in the battle. All right, my total military strength is 745, all Alliance. I have the Alliance Engineering Corps. The Alliance Engineering Corps cuts roads through mountains and builds bases on asteroids. While the bulk of the AEC has active wartime duties, the brightest are helping build a device of Prothean origin recovered on Mars. Due to staggering amounts of raw materials required, the AEC has been given unprecedented emergency funding for any Alliance resources that will not interfere with the deployment of troops. All right. 103rd Marine Division. The old saying, every Marine is a rifleman, still holds true in the Alliance. Every Marine enlistee, from clerk to sniper, goes through a period of infantry training. As a result, the 103rd Marine Division is Earth's largest collection of Special Forces soldiers. Officers from notable battles, such as the Skillian Blitz and the First Contact War, run harsh training exercises in a variety of environments, insisting the Marines be prepared to storm any beach on any planet. This training has been useful in the Reaper War, as the 103rd can be fighting in an Arctic desert 1 week, crawling through jungles the next. Arctic deserts, those are things, especially when you get out into space. Admiral Mikhailovich. When the Reaper called Sovereign attacked the Citadel in 2183, Rear Admiral Boris Mikhailovich led the 63rd Scout Flotilla against it. The 63rd suffered the fewest losses of any Alliance flotilla during the Battle of the Citadel, while providing critical support for the 5th Fleet's carriers and dreadnoughts. The Alliance promoted Mikhailovich from Rear Admiral to Admiral after the battle, and tasked him with rebuilding and upgrading his ships. His combat experience with the Reapers has been invaluable in devising strategies against them. Like, this is the minimum. I need to hit that. I'm not there yet. My readiness rating is only 50%. Not good. Alliance First Fleet. The First Fleet was stationed near the Charon Relay when the Reapers invaded the Sol system. By the time Admiral Hackett issued the order to retreat, its size, once the largest in the Alliance Navy, had been cut in half. Commanding Admiral Ines Lindholm made the painful decision to use 1/10 of the fleet's remaining vessels as cover so the remainder could escape. Her gamble paid off as the First Fleet limped out of the relay to rally with the rest of the Alliance forces on the run. Third Fleet. Stationed at Arcturus, the Third Fleet is headed by Admiral Nitesh Singh. When the Reapers came for the station, Singh had already pulled his command ship, the SSV Logan, back to an ideal firing position for its mass accelerator cannons. The Dreadnought's guns managed to slow down a destroyer before it could demolish the Third Fleet, but Singh was forced to retreat in the face of overwhelming opposition from the Reapers. Oh, there's more. I also have an Alliance 5th Fleet. The 5th Fleet became famous across the galaxy after spearheading Alliance forces at the Battle of the Citadel. It was guarding Arcturus Station when the Reapers attacked. After a bloody and desperate battle, Admiral Hackett gave the order to retreat, sacrificing the entirety of the Alliance 2nd Fleet to give the 3rd and 5th the chance to escape. The 5th Fleet's engineers are busy repairing its damaged vessels, grimly anticipating a return to Earth and revenge against the Reapers. Then we have Diana Allers. She's helping with her low-cut top for a war reporter. Are you kidding me? Alliance News Network reporter Diana Allers has been broadcasting from the Normandy, interviewing crew members and high-ranking Alliance officers to give the galaxy an insider's view of the war. I haven't answered any questions. The Normandy SR-2. When the original SSV Normandy was destroyed, Cerberus rebuilt the ship from stolen Alliance plans. Dubbed the SR-2, the Alliance took the new Normandy apart and refitted some of its systems with new technology of its own. As a result, the SR-2 Normandy is the highest performing frigate in the entire Alliance Navy, and possibly the fastest ship in its class. The Normandy is commanded by Shepard, an Alliance officer and humanity's first Spectre. Updated. To bolster the Normandy's firepower, Commander Shepard installed a Thanix magnetic hydrodynamic cannon on the ship's undercarriage. Based on Reaper technology, the powerful weapon fires molten metal accelerated to a fraction of the speed of light. Well, technically everything's a fraction of the speed of light. Whatever. This is from what I did in the second game, I am assuming. Before taking on the Collectors, Commander Shepard reinforced the Normandy's superstructure with Solaris armor. This protective layer of carbon nanotube sheeting can withstand temperatures that would instantly vaporize more conventional armor. And then one more. The Normandy has been upgraded with cyclonic barrier technology, allowing the ship's mass effect field projectors to fire rapidly oscillating barriers that deflect rather than directly absorb kinetic shocks. And mineral resources, I got 100. Commander Shepard uncovered significant elemental deposits while scanning planets with the Normandy SR-2. When the Alliance dry docked the Normandy, they seized all recovered elements. This material surplus has gone toward building the Prothean device discovered on Mars. So all those mining expeditions that I did back in Mass Effect 2 did finally pay off, it looks like. Got 100% there. At least that's what I assume. 100 meaning 100%. But we do have a war map. Each conflict zone has a readiness rating that reflects its ability to contribute to the final battle. Left unattended, these zones can deteriorate and reduce the overall readiness rating. From what I understand, this is multiplayer. So not going to deal with that. I could do stuff here. We already know about all these areas. I'm not going to read about the areas again. We have the Terminus systems out here. We have the Attican Traverse, which is actually quite expansive. We have Council space, and then the Earth Systems Alliance space. But, like I said, from what I understand, that is multiplayer, which doesn't even look like I've fully unlocked yet, so we're not going to deal with that just yet. But we have the rest of the Normandy to kind of look over here. We have at least some things to do. See, that's how it's supposed to work. Going backwards, it didn't work just right.
Got a new message at your private terminal.
I'm sure I do. All right, we got Tactical Mastery. Advanced Combat. Is this the same thing that we saw before? Doesn't look like it.
For increased tactical control, bring up the power menu. This pauses the action, giving you time to evaluate the battlefield, target new enemies, and select a power. To use a power to attack an opponent, target the enemy before pausing the game, then highlight and select the power. The power will fire at the targeted enemy as you return to action. For maximum tactical effectiveness, use squadmate powers in combination with your own, hitting enemies with up to 3 powers at once.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was a good combination at the end there, but okay. All right, advanced power use.
After using a power, you must wait for it to recharge before using it again.
Anything.
This is called the cooldown period. When a power is in cooldown, its icon is gray. A red icon indicates that the power cannot affect the current target. Some offensive powers are guided and can be aimed to hit enemies over cover and around corners.
The good ones.
There are other useful tools on the power menu. To use powers in real time, drag and drop them to quick-fire keys in the power menu. If you have enough metagel, select First Aid to revive a squad mate and to recover a portion of Shepard's health. You can also activate ammunition powers, like cryo ammo and incendiary ammo, to upgrade your weapon.
I don't do those. All right, yeah, that's not really advanced power use if you ask me, but let's teach me a little bit more about squad commands, because apparently I need to micro Ashley if she ever recovers again.
Issue orders to your squad mates by using the following keystrokes. Press Q or E to order a squad mate to attack, move to cover, or take a position. To order a squad mate to attack with a power, press Q or E while targeting an enemy. Z issues an order to both squad mates to open fire on the targeted enemy. And pressing C rallies the team to your position.
Oh, they did add a couple new ones then. Z and C? All right. This brings me back to my Counter-Strike days, but we'll see what I can do there. All right, we're good. I don't know what these numbers are, but I don't really care, because it probably doesn't mean anything. All right, emails. Wow, I got a few emails. Special Ops. From Stephen Hackett. Shepard, Alliance forces are stretched thin across the galaxy. We need your specific talents for a series of ops. These missions will open doors for the Alliance in places we can't touch through conventional means. We'll deploy operatives to hold point after you've completed your objectives. I need you to head to a Cerberus lab on the planet Sanctum. I'll brief you when you're inbound. Hackett. That should be, oh, that closes everything. All right, so that should give me a mission. Reinstatement from Stephen Hackett. Commander Shepard, this letter formally acknowledges your reinstatement into the Alliance Navy per Admiral David Anderson's recent verbal communication. So he lived long enough to tell somebody else. That's nice. Under Emergency War Powers Regulation 903.5, you are hereby authorized to assume command of the Normandy SR-2. You are directed to begin interdiction operations against any and all enemies posing a threat to Earth, its colonies, and its allies. Furthermore, you are granted diplomatic authority to establish treaties with non-human races as required to support your mission. Sincerely, Admiral Stephen Hackett. Like nothing bad ever happened. Emergency flash traffic urgent from Alliance Fleet Operations. Flash X1A.34. All Alliance military personnel. This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth Ender Reaper attack. All Alliance military personnel are directed to evacuate Sol System at first available opportunity. Do not attempt Earth approach. Heavy enemy resistance reported. Repeat, do not attempt Earth approach. Further instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. Earth-based Alliance personnel unable to evacuate are directed to commence any and all necessary countermeasures. All remaining Alliance personnel outside Sol Theater are directed to muster at pre-appointed staging areas and commence offensive combat operations at first available opportunity. In absence of further instruction, independent action is authorized. KEI 9. Subject, my dog. Dear Commander Shepard, I was a contractor working on the Normandy's haptic interface when it was in dry dock. Your VI, Edie, emailed me to let me know I left my dog mech on board. I'm all the way out in Terra Nova now and would hate for you to go to a million clicks out of your way to drop off my dog. Please just take care of her. She likes exploring, sniffing chemical trails, and 750-volt outlets. Thank you, and sorry for the trouble. I promise you won't be too much of a headache. Andrea Brown. I got a doggy. N7 weaponry from Lieutenant D. Eugene, Commander Shepard. Your VI, Edie, put in a request for a handful of N7 grade weapons. Happy to oblige. I led the engineers who retrofitted the Normandy when it was turned over to the Alliance. Edie kept me company when we were overhauling the Normandy's interior. She's a beautiful ship, Commander. I'll miss working on her. I left the guns in your weapons locker. Best of luck, Lieutenant D. Eugene, Alliance Engineering Corps. I have a feeling a lot of these are going to be DLC that I purchased. I would say unlocked, but that's not the way it works. And an alert, new article, Quarian Fleet, from Alliance News Network Information Partners by Ruxius Rilius, ANN contributor. Citadel, where is the Quarian Fleet? The latest intelligence shows that the Reapers are taking system after system at a feverish pace. Members of all races are fleeing their stations, colonies, and in some cases, their homeworlds. This kind of forced exodus might seem especially familiar to the nomadic Quarians, who were pushed off their homeworld by the synthetic Geth centuries ago. But as the galaxy pushes back against the Reapers, the Quarians are conspicuously absent. Turian and Alliance spokespeople cannot provide the fleet's current location. They say they have other concerns at the moment. Whatever the Quarians are up to, they want it kept secret from the Council. After a refueling stop at Ilium, the fleet left no stated destination. And there are also reports of a galaxy-wide call for all young adult Quarians to abandon their pilgrimages to rejoin the fleet. Greedy and short-sighted powers will always try to gain the upper hand in times of galactic crisis. We can only hope that whatever the Quarians are planning does not interfere with the only thing that should matter, stopping the Reapers. Read Ruxius Rilius's regular column, View of the Empire, exclusively on ANN. Welcome back gift from Edie. While we were in dry dock, Joker suggested that a small welcoming gift would be appropriate to have on hand should you be reinstated as commanding officer. It was expected. As the ship does not have the capacity to accommodate the dancers he suggested, damn it, I chose something from the official Systems Alliance catalog. Soldiers who have held an N7 designation for 5 years or more are entitled to a commemorative hooded jacket for wear on off-duty hours. You will find it among the selection of casual clothing in your cabin. Edie. You have an upgrade waiting from Glyph, dear Commander Shepard. Some of the data you found allowed me to research an upgrade for you. Simply access the terminal in Dr. Tassoni's office at your convenience, and you may choose how and when to implement it. Have a pleasant day, Glyph. Priority mission Eden Prime from Alliance Command. Commander, Cerberus has attacked Eden Prime and is now occupying the colony. Alliance forces are stretched too thin right now to attempt to liberate the colony. but we've been doing what we can to covertly aid the local resistance. In the process, we've learned that Cerberus has uncovered a major Prothean artifact. We don't know what it is, but it appears to be the reason for the attack on the colony. We need you to infiltrate the colony and recover the artifact. All right, we've got a few things. My journal should be updated. I do have Cerberus Lab here, a new Cerberus Lab on Sanctum, and then Eden Prime has been added as well. I do have a new location. That would be Sanctum. Sanctum is known for the freezing ice storms which sweep across its poles and temperate zones with only a thin strip of habitable land along the equator. Because of those harsh living conditions, Sanctum attracts only the most gruff and hardy, from miners to mercenaries to company men. Mining, referred to as ice cracking anywhere but the equator, is the backbone of Sanctum's economy. The planet is rich in platinum and palladium deposits, as well as boron, which is locally used in semiconductor doping. Sanctum's corporate factions have learned that Cerberus is involved in the planet's finances. Systems Alliance intelligence agents embedded within the corporate strata are quietly urging the companies to confront Cerberus directly. But so far, financial bickering has kept Sanctum's major stakeholders from acting against the elusive man. Is that the only new thing here? That is it. So, we have ourselves a list of things to do, and now that we have kind of hit, a point where the game opens up for us, I assume that as soon as I hit the galaxy map here, it'll look very similar to me. But now that we have hit kind of a point where we can open things up, that is going to do it for these parts of Let's Play Mass Effect 3. I'm a ballerscuba, and I always ran here because of the lighting. Where's the lighting now? Why is everywhere so dark? I'm gonna have to find a new spot. I've been joined, as always, by the recently reinstated and reinvigorated Commander Shepard. Hope you guys have enjoyed these parts. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.